What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 mistakes that beginner lifters make. Um, so, am I qualified to talk about this? Am I a pro bodybuilder? Am I a fucking IFBB pro? Am I fucking anybody who knows anything? No, probably not. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I don't know shit. I've only been working out for since I was 15. I'm fucking 37, so a long ass time. 14, maybe. I said that to a girl the other day. This girl that I work with, she's a bitch. My roommate, actually. We were talking. I was like, I've been working out for 20 years. And she looked at me. She's like, you've been working out for 20 years? You look like that? And I was like, fucking bitch. Like, you don't know what I've been through. But I do have a lot of experience with various methods of training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, combat sports, fucking cardio, regular sports, like a lot of different stuff. I've tried a lot of different things. I got a lot of experience. I know my shit. And more than that, like, why am I even qualified to talk about this? Because I have had to start over with fitness many times. Like, and I'm not just talking about once or twice. People ask me sometimes, they're like, have you always been fit? And it's like, I lately I've been pretty good. Actually, no, not even lately. I routinely, at least a couple times a year, lose my level of fitness. Like, I get out of shape, I got to get back in shape. It's just how it is, really. And maybe it's because of the type of life that I lead, which is not particularly stable. Like, I move around a lot. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, like, how many different rooms have you seen me make fucking videos in? I mean, think about it. Like, even this year alone, 2020, now I'm in Vegas. Where was I even before? Like, fucking, I mean, where was I before this? I was in fucking Colorado. Did I make any videos when I was in Texas or California also this year? Minnesota, all over the fucking place. And that's only in America. But anyway, here's the point, right? I have had to get back in shape dozens of times, no exaggeration, dozens of times, because of the type of lifestyle that I lead. So I've had to start over many times. And in my opinion, I'm very good at starting from, I don't know if I'm starting from scratch. I do have muscle memory. I do have the knowledge in my head, but I have to start from a poor physical condition and get into a better, the like strong, muscular, ripped physique that everybody wants many times, right? So anyway, what I want to do now is I want to tell you guys, I guess we'll start with 5 biggest mistakes, right? So number one, the biggest mistake that beginners make is not training hard enough, right? You need to train fucking harder. You need to train harder. Sorry. You need to train harder. Like, I don't care who you are. You're watching this video, you're not training hard enough. I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. You are not fucking pushing yourself hard enough in the gym. And I guess if we want to talk like structurally, like what would your workout look like? What I would recommend is you do 2 body parts per workout. And this is if you want to do bodybuilding, which I don't recommend, but I know most people are going to do that anyway because it's like a very good entry point into working out. 2 body parts per workout, back and bis, shoulders, tries, fucking, unless it's legs. I guess you could do legs and abs maybe. Actually, well, okay, fine. Let's just stick with this. Well, so here's the thing. I don't want to give you specific recommendations on how to train because there's so many ways to cobble together a workout or a program that everything is going to kind of have some gaps, right? So like, for example, if I say to you, oh, you should do 4 sets per exercise, 4 exercises per workout, 10 reps per set. This doesn't even make any sense. I need to fucking draw it out. But some people are like, oh, that's not heavy enough. That's too much volume. That's not enough volume. Anyway, the point is this: you need to fucking train harder, right? Like, I see a lot of posts on 4chan on the Fit board where people are like, I've been working out for 2 years. This is my progress. Working out doesn't work. And they don't even look like they lift at all. Not even like a little bit. And you're like, bro, how have you been working out for 2 years and that's what you look like? You got to be kidding me. So anyway, forget what I said about putting together a specific program. That is something that is, I guess, specific to the individual and what their goals are. And not necessarily a one size fits all, because a really fat guy who wants to look a certain way is going to have a different goal and a different training method than somebody who is whatever, skinny and has a different physique goal. Okay, but bottom line, train harder. Push yourself harder. I made a video the other day that nobody watched about training for mental toughness and not for aesthetics. So I highly recommend you watch that video. But essentially, what it is that when you feel like quitting, keep going. Right? When you think you're done, you're only 40% done. So train harder, push yourself physically. The next mistake that I see beginners make is not eating or eating too much junk food. Right? You have to understand that if you want to, being healthy is a lifestyle, right? It's not something you do for a short period of time and then stop, right? It's not like, okay, I'm going to eat healthy and work out for this short period of time, get the body I want, and then I'm done forever. It doesn't work like that, really. That's just not how it works. It seems obvious for me to say that, right? But that's actually not how it works. And if you think that that's how it works, you're wrong. I'm sorry, because you are going to constantly have to maintain a certain level of activity in order to achieve the level of health that you want, and health and aesthetics. Really, you want to look a certain way, you want to have fucking abs, you want to have muscles. Guess what? You got to keep fucking working out. That shit's gonna go away if you stop using it. So yeah, so what was I talking about? Nutrition? Did I even say nutrition yet? Oh, being healthy is a lifestyle, right, is what I mean. So like where I'm going with this is that you can't eat junk. You know what I mean? Just stop eating fucking junk. Just because you worked out, and I'm guilty of this, I did this for most of my fucking life, right? Just because you went to the gym and you worked out for an hour and you did your fucking 30 minutes of cardio and you did your abs and you look pretty good, guess what? Doesn't mean you can go to fucking Jack in the Box and get the double cheeseburger and the fucking Diet Coke and the curly fries. Sorry, it does not mean that. You cannot do that. That is not a fair trade-off, right? And this is something that I did for years. I'll never eat that food again. I will never eat fucking Jack in the Box again. Sorry. Hurts me to say that. Like, there's part of me now that when I said that, I shed a little tear for Jack in the Box. Unless they change their food, which they probably won't. Polyunsaturated fatty acids, never eat that shit. You just cannot eat it. Sorry, beginner, intermediate, whatever. But it's more likely to happen with beginners who they think that it's okay, right? You see the gains in the gym, you see the vein in your bicep, right? You're starting to get abs a little bit, like you're doing a lot of cardio, you're leaning out, whatever. You're like, you know what? I deserve that fucking double cheeseburger. I'm about to go eat that shit right now. You feel good, you eat it, you drink the fucking Diet Coke, like it feels really good, but I'm telling you, don't fucking do it. That shit is bad. It's gonna hold you back. It's a mistake for various reasons. The main reason is that when you until you assign a value to the food based on what it is doing for your body and not how it tastes, you will be capped in your ultimate potential of being healthy, I guess is the best way to put it, for you, right? Just because somebody else who has better genetics can fucking eat McDonald's or whatever and go play in the NFL doesn't mean that you can, right? You take that same person and you feed them higher quality food, they're going to perform better across the board. I don't care who it is. So that's the second mistake. The third mistake that I see beginners make is, I would say, not doing enough cardio. Either not doing enough cardio or doing too much cardio. Normally girls will do too much cardio, right? So it's different if you're a guy or a girl, right? Guys, for example, we don't like to do cardio. This shit is fucking boring. We're big, we're heavy, it's uncomfortable, it hurts. You gotta fucking do it for like 45 minutes. It's not fun. Nobody's like admiring how beautiful you are. You don't get to admire your own beauty in the mirror like you do at the gym. That shit is fucking boring. Nobody likes to do it, but you got to do it. It's so good for your overall level of health. And this is something that people don't understand. A couple of weeks ago when I upped the cardio, today I ran 12 miles, for example, right? My overall level of physical, I don't want to say strength, but physical conditioning has skyrocketed since I increased the cardio. Fucking skyrocketed to the point where, like, if I were only to continue to lift weights, right? Like, let's say I didn't add all that fucking running, 50 miles a week. Let's say I didn't add that in and I was just doing weights. My progress would be much slower. way slower. But the fact that I added in ridiculous amounts of cardio has improved. I don't know if it's made my like maximal levels of strength go up, but it has made my ability to endure sub-maximal levels at, let's say, I don't know, 75%, random number. It has allowed me to endure or to like maintain sub-maximal levels of strength for way longer, like insanely, longer times. And it's just worth it. And it leans you out and you feel fucking amazing. And it builds mental toughness, which is something that beginner lifters need. You guys need fucking mental toughness. If you do not do long, extended, boring cardio sessions, you are weak mentally. That's just how it is. Well, not saying if you do them, then you'll be strong mentally. But if it's hard for you and you're not doing them, you are crumbling to your weakness, if that makes sense. If you're avoiding it because it's hard, then that's not good, right? And now for girls, if you're a girl and you're not fucking working out and you're not lifting weights and building muscle and all you're doing is cardio because, you're a girl and that's what fucking girls do, that's also a mistake, right? And again, to be fair, maybe I'm biased because I like girls with a little bit of muscle. I think it's very attractive when a girl has some muscle on her body. Obviously, like, I would like her to be attractive in other ways as well, right? I'm not saying like, oh, a girl has muscle, that's all I need. No, of course not. Like, I still like her to have feminine traits and, have nice hair and whatever, do her makeup and shit. But like, if she has muscle, and okay, maybe she doesn't have to do her makeup, right? It's not necessary. I like the natural look too. But a girl who is physically fit, I don't know, there's just something very attractive for, to me about a girl who takes care of her body and is physically fit. It's like, it's just very attractive. I don't know. Am I weird? Maybe. But you got to lift the weights, or you got to do some sort of athletic training that will build muscle in the places where you need it. I know there's a lot of girls out there, they don't train their chest. They don't train their fucking arms. They only do legs and they only do butt. And it's like, I mean, I guess it's nice that at least they have a nice butt and fucking nice legs, but like, why are you skipping the rest of it? You can't only train certain parts of your body. And guys, you got to train legs, man. You got to fucking train your legs. Like, just do whatever you got to do. That's another thing that cardio is really good for. Holy shit, man. My legs are getting fucking so much more muscular now that I'm running a lot. It's kind of insane, Anyway, whatever. All right, so what's number 4? Number 4 is not taking the right supplements. Let's keep it simple. Not taking creatine, right? If you're a beginner and you're not taking creatine, you are unintentionally making your lifting sessions much, much worse. Using creatine is pretty much like, they need to start putting that shit in the water supply. I'm not even joking. They need to start giving that shit to kids in fucking school. Well, maybe not kids in school because they want them to be like calm and relaxed. But like, if you are watching this video and you've somehow made it 20 minutes into the video, listening to me ramble on in my grainy ass fucking laptop webcam, and you get one thing from this, go buy creatine right now and start taking creatine. That shit is so worth the money. It gives you so many benefits beyond just working out, beyond just like the boost in the gym. But you absolutely must start taking creatine, especially if you're a beginner lifter. I don't know, especially, but like, what's the issue with beginners is that because you're a beginner, you are more sensitive to negative experiences in the gym. And a negative experience could be an extremely challenging workout where you don't feel comfortable using the weights, right? So like, I don't mean that you don't feel comfortable and that you don't feel familiar with the exercises. That will come with time. But what I mean is that during the first, let's say, month of weight training, lifting the weights or doing the machines feels kind of gross. I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes you feel like, you almost feel like you're going to vomit, right? If that makes sense. You know what it feels like? It feels like when you're like an advanced or intermediate athlete and you work out really fucking hard and you get nauseous, right? And you're like, oh my God, I think I'm going to throw up. It's kind of what it's like, but obviously as a beginner, you're not going to be training that hard. But it's very easy to like overstimulate yourself as a beginner. And I don't actually know if creatine will help with that because I think that's a nervous system issue. And creatine, as far as I know, doesn't have any effect on your nervous system, but it will still allow you to increase your power output and your overall endurance and your stamina. It'll just make you feel better overall. So I think it's very important that beginners take creatine. Also very good for girls. Highly recommend that girls take it as well. All right, so what do we have so far? You're not working out hard enough. You're not doing enough cardio. You're not taking creatine. And what was the other one? Fucking remember. What was the other one? I did 4, right? That was 4 so far. What should the 5th one be? I don't know. That's enough. All right. My top 4 ideas for top 4 mistakes beginners make. What's another one? Yeah, I don't know. That's it. So anyway, do you guys have any other recommendations for videos or ideas for videos or like, oh my God. I'm so done. Do you guys have any other recommendations for videos? I was going to say, or YouTubers you want me to react to? If you do, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.